Hey everyone, welcome to the Dom Warner podcast. Today we've got Jaian. He's a YouTuber, freelancer, rapper, musician, audio engineer, podcaster, and voiceover artist. Jaian has over 300,000 views on his YouTube channel and close to 4,000 followers on Facebook. Can't wait to learn some things from you today, man.
Yeah, happy to be here. That's it. Wow, I feel so epic after that introduction. I mean, wow.
Yeah, man, I
Thank you.
just did what I could find online last night, and
Of course.
obviously,
I,
it was a
yeah,
pretty quick decision just to jump on and do a podcast together. So
yeah,
we didn't have a whole lot of time to research, but yeah. So tell me about your podcast, man.
yeah. So I have my own podcast called Anime Podcasters. It's pretty self-explanatory in the title, where it's myself and this my co-host called Hotshot, and together we get together twice a month, and we just discuss a variety of anime topics. We're over 80 plus episodes now. We've been doing the podcast. The podcast started in 2015, and we cycled a couple of hosts over the first 2 years of it. But like Hotshot has been my guide, my main guy for the last 3 years now. And every episode we get on, we talk either about a series that we like, we answer questions, we do list-based podcast, and we banter a lot, and we just go bounce off each other a lot. We have a very goofy and dynamic podcast setting that I really enjoy. The guy's super talented, super comedic, and it just really works really well. And then so he shows up, he records, sends me his audio. I edit the podcast. I do all the back end production stuff, because as an audio engineer, you kind of learn how to do those kinds of things. And it's been just a really, really fun thing to do, especially right now with everything going on with the virus. Like, podcasting has been a nice stress reliever and a good way to just, put yourself out there and have fun.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting it. So
Yeah.
how often do you podcast?
We do it twice a month. Twice a month is the idea. But I think we said it in a recent episode that we're gonna try to do a bit more, just because we have literally so much free time that I'm like, do you just want to do more podcasts? It's like, okay, I'll have to talk to you more, but I guess we could do it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect timing to get things like like things like podcasts and that. They're quite often, like for myself, they're things that you put on the back burner a little bit and you neglect a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Times
Yeah.
like this, it's perfect to jump in and do those things and get those things done and experiment a little bit. Obviously, myself, I explained to you, I'm in business, so I do uh, work in a sales agency, but I've also got my own business outside of that as well. So I work pretty
Nice.
closely with all my colleagues, and they're all in the same boat. It's like there's nothing we can do at the moment because we're used to being on the ground selling. We're not allowed outside, so everyone's got lots of free time. But thankfully, I've got my business that I can fall back on. There's plenty of tasks that need doing, so I'm really happy about that. What would you say to somebody who wants to start a podcast or a YouTube channel, um, and like they think that their niche is too small and they're not going to have any success?
Okay, I think that you should just toss those ideas aside and just do it because you enjoy doing it. That's the most important thing, I think. And like this whole thing for a niche, I understand that it's definitely something very important to consider at the very start. But you know what? Eventually you'll find people. Like, everyone starts at 0 views and at 0 subscribers and at 0 followers. And if you find one person, then that person can maybe tell another person, and it just grows exponentially from there. So I think it's not letting those fear factors overwhelm you and take control of what you're going to do with your project. If you really want to do it, just go for it. Put yourself out there. It's scary. It's very scary to put yourself where, literally anyone can look up your name and try to see what you do and then listen to you talking about whatever. And it can feel very stressful for some people. But after you put your toe in the water, maybe put your foot, put your knee, and then, cannonball. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. And did you struggle with that a little bit, or is there ways that you could help, like, recommend people get through that maybe quicker?
I I don't know if I struggle with it. I had because the idea was, when I started my YouTube channel, I just posted one video. And I was like, oh well, I posted one. Now I have to do another one. But before that, there was a whole year of me. Should I make YouTube videos? Should I not? And a lot of like going back and forth. And after I did it the first time, I'm like, okay, now I just have to keep going. I can't stop. Like, I don't want to stop. If I'm going to start something, I'm going to just keep going. So I feel like the thing is, the most important thing is that you have to enjoy yourself. This is like a fun thing to do. This is a great time to have. So just think of like what's the funnest thing for you, what's the best way for you to do it, and just find it. If you want to just post once a month, like you set your own rules. And I mean, for myself, I enjoy posting multiple times in a single week because, like, especially with all the spare time right now, it's setting yourself up to know how you're going to be best successful.
Yeah, great. And creating that momentum as well, by the sounds. But
Yeah, I mean, for myself, the I slowly but surely, like, people find my channel every other day, and people DM me here and there, and every other week I find a new person that's like, oh, I really enjoyed this song, and it's really cool, and it's been a really fun experience so far, and you know, slowly but surely, but like, I do not consider myself to be you know, I'm a blip on the internet, like just like anybody else. That's just the way it is.
yeah, man, but in saying that too, we've got like I'm sure there's plenty of people who will listen to this podcast who don't even have a Facebook page, right, for their business or something, and they might not believe in it, or it's not that they don't believe in it, they just think they're too late or can't get into it. And the reality is quite often we can go to those people who run those who have YouTube channels with millions and millions of views or subscribers, but they've forgotten all the details in between of how they got from just 0 to 100,000, right? So that's why I'm super excited to talk to you this morning, because you have the foundations in place, and particularly for somebody even like myself, knowing different ways to get to that next stage is super important, because I can't get to the tens and hundreds of thousands of views without having the fundamentals already down in place.
Right, right. I mean, like, I think the key is consistency. Consistency will literally is your best friend. You need to post as much as you can when you can, but like, but also it needs to be quality. Don't just post every single day like not good content. Like, do your best content and then post it, and then do your next best video and post it, and just keep going. That's it all the time, and that's literally like the core of it. And then it's expanding your network, your social network with different platforms. You know, I started with a YouTube channel, and then I made a Facebook page, I made a Twitter, I made an Instagram, and I started like growing and just posting in different groups and in different servers and subreddits, and just finding places, like going on people's YouTube comments and just like DMing people and talking and just putting yourself out there as much as possible, starting a mailing list, like, and replying to everyone, like just being interactive. It's really important to just reach out to every single person, like every person who either joins my server on Discord or leaves a comment on a YouTube video or tweets at me. Like, I will literally always reply. I haven't gotten to that point where I'm like, oh, this is too many people. Like, I take the time to reply to every single person, whether it be a good or bad comment. Like, just talk to everyone and put yourself out there as much as possible, because people like that. People like it when you leave a comment and then you, oh my God, he got back to me. That's insane. You know, like, that's really the fun of it for me. I love interacting with people online.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. It adds personality to who you are as well, which I think is great. So whereabouts you're in Canada, was it?
Yes, I am in Canada. Yes.
Yeah, cool. So what sort of do you find it? Do you reckon it would? Oh, I suppose you haven't been down to Australia before, so you probably couldn't.
No.
You probably couldn't compare it. Yeah, I was thinking, is there any differences between what would happen here compared to there? But I suppose it's the internet, so everything's pretty similar, right?
I
Uh,
think so. Yeah.
where do most of your listeners come from? Is it like super spread out all over the world, or is it is it Canada where you've got most of them, or
It depends on the different platforms. I could say for my YouTube channel, it's vastly US, and then it's France, and then it's Canada. And then for the podcast, it's definitely way more Japan. And then for my streaming services like Spotify, stuff like that, it's once again the US and then Canada. Um, I think like North America is definitely like the hub of it for sure. But I have listeners from many different countries, which, like, I look at that on my analytics. I'm like, what? Some dude in Egypt is watching my video? Like, that's amazing. That's so cool. Like, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you you are enjoying the content. You know, it's crazy. So I'd say North America is definitely like the nucleus.
Yeah, yeah. And what sort of gear do you think they wanted to get together to do a podcast or a YouTube show or anything like that?
For a podcast, you need definitely a good mic, whether it be a condenser or something that you need a sound card for, or if you can just start with the USB mic, that also can do it. Just something to capture good audio and then something to capture good video. So a good screen recorder program, if that's what you're using. Like for my covers, that's what I use. I use OBS to record my screen, and then I use Synthesia. I was forgetting the name for the piano roll, and so I just record my screen for that. And then for the podcast, GoPro Keo, which everyone needs to check out. GoPro Keo, he does all the artwork for my channel. He's the best. I always plug him. He's the best. You need a magical GoPro Keo in your life to do artwork for you, or just like do visuals. It works. You just need to figure out like the best camera for you, the best microphone for you, or the best visual component for you, whatever it'd be. If it's like music, then produce the best music you can make. Just fill out, like you just know that media has visuals and audio, so you need to just fill out those components with the right equipment.
Yeah, cool. I saw a little bit of music last night. Is it so? Do you do it looked like you do a mix of music? Is that right?
Yeah, I have like how many? I have like 3 different music projects. If you count Jaian Music, I have 2 other musical projects that I do as well.
Okay, yeah. Jaian Music was where I got most of the information from.
Yeah.
So is that where most people can find you on YouTube as well?
Yeah, Jaian Music, my YouTube channel is definitely like where people can find me. I also have my website, jaianmusic.com, is where people can find me. Yeah, but that's my online handle. That's like how I brand myself, how I market myself. Like I'm Jaian Music. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And for anyone who's looking that up, it's Jaian. Um,
Yes.
yeah, cool. No, that's cool, man. Is that a common name in Canada?
No, I've literally never met anybody else with my name. I want to like go through life finding at least one person in person and like have the same name as them. I've seen someone called Javan, but like instead of the I, it's a V. But no, Jaian, never, which is unfortunate.
Oh, that's all right. I can be in the same boat, man. I think I've met one person with the same name as myself before. So there's
That's
a
cool.
few with slightly different spelling variations.
Yeah,
and with the same.
always.
I
Yeah.
did like Uber years ago. I used to do Uber, and like one person popped up and they had the exact same name as me, and they cancelled, and I still drove over anyway. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You don't understand."
You don't understand.
Yeah. No worries, man. Well, I suppose the main thing that the way I'm trying to look at it is because I'm thinking there's a lot that I could probably learn from you myself. Um, so just to give you a bit of a backstory of myself, um,
Yeah.
basically what I'm trying to achieve is I'm trying to set up a bit of a digital platform for myself, right? So eventually, and I'm not in a huge rush to make it happen, but within the sort of next 3, 4, 5 years, what I'm trying to do is build a platform so eventually I can not necessarily sell on it, but be able to provide value that maybe, you know, come in the form of monetary. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so obviously, for the next 3 to 5 years, my focus is going to be providing value rather than selling. So I don't have any products or anything set up. So all I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing the podcast, a couple of try and do YouTube videos just whenever I can. If I've got um, something on my mind, I'll try and record it and chuck it up. I'm
Cool.
thinking of going into lives and things like that eventually. Just trying to wait until I've got enough followers that if I clicked live, I could have at least 10 people jump on or something like that.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
so with all that, so obviously I've gotten started. Is there a way that is there any? I suppose if someone's looking for a secret sauce, is there any secret sauce to make it grow, or is it just producing content and just allowing the algorithm or YouTube to share your stuff as you put more and more out?
I think it's the thing is we're all different people And so there's no one cookie cutter way to do it. Everyone's channel is different. Everyone's like, no one's the same in terms of the content. No one's the same person is what I'm trying to say here. And so I think that once again, the most important part is finding what's your bread and butter content. Is it podcast? Okay, well, do a podcast every single week. And then make a page saying that you're making a podcast every single week. And then go on every single other platform where you can create an account and make a page for that. And then put those links everywhere in every description and just like get people to go follow everywhere and ask your friends to support you, ask your friends to shout you out, go find communities that have the same interests as you, post them in there, talk to those people and just network, and just build relationships across the board. And the more you do that and the more consistently you do that, it's just eventually it will grow. It might not grow a lot, but like you'll go from 1 to 5, from 5 to 20, 20 to 30. You don't know. And it'll just keep going up and up from there. You need to just keep pushing it and not stop. You just need to find how consistent you are. What's the formula that works for you? Is it once a week? Whatever it is, and then just keep going at it. And if you modify along the way, like that's called adaptation. And to me, that's completely normal. And I should be encouraged when the platform changes. Like when YouTube, like monetization settings changed, I was at a point where I could have lost monetization on my channel. So what I did is literally the same day is I made a video and I said, listen, guys, I might lose monetization. I don't want to lose monetization. So go watch every single one of my videos. Let's crank up the watch time. And I survived the partner cut, which was great. And since then, my content has come to a point where I don't need to ask people to do that anymore. It just naturally happens. I just need that first boost, which is really amazing. So that's what you got to do. You just need to build a community, like just build a community and just do all of those things. And eventually it'll work out.
Awesome, man. So what was the cut that YouTube did? Was that last year?
It wasn't last year. I think it was like February 2018 is when it happened. Basically, before on YouTube, you needed to have 100,000 views on your channel and you could apply for the partner program and get accepted. And so then a lot of advertisements were found on videos that weren't family friendly, I guess is the proper term to define it. And so what YouTube did is like, well, listen, now if you want a YouTube channel, if you want to be partnered and monetize your content, you need at least 1,000 subscribers, which I had, and 4,000 hours of watch time, which I did not have. So I had to go and like literally ask everyone of my friends and everyone on my servers and everything, just, hey guys, if you can just go watch some podcasts or listen to some music of mine, go do it. And that's where I was really grateful for this one project I did back in 2015, I did this album called 24 Hours, and it's literally 3 8-hour songs to sleep to. And people started sleeping to that music, and that's literally that album, that EP is what saved my channel, because people started sleeping to my music every night and still do to this day. And that's what allowed my channel to just keep growing. So I'm really happy to maintain the watch time like that.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. So did you think out of the box to come up with that, or did that just sort of happen by mistake?
For the 24 Hours EP, I just saw that like a lot of people were making sleep music, and it was like just picking up a lot. And I was like, I can make music to sleep too. And I asked some audio friends of mine, like, what's a nice soft sound to sleep to? People were like ambiances, pads, stuff like that. So that's what I started doing. I started finding different sounds that I like, to chop them up, and then I just created a nice loop, and then I extended it to be 8 hours of music. Did that 3 different times, and then I had my CD. It wasn't like the most tough album to make, definitely one of the easier ones, but sometimes some of the easier ones is what gets you the job done.
Yeah, right. And when you can actually monetize your YouTube channel, can you actually choose? Because mine's not monetizable currently. Can you actually choose whether it's just the little ads that come up at the bottom rather than the whole thing? Because I remember years ago when I first started a YouTube channel, you could actually turn off YouTube ads on your videos.
Yeah, you can choose what kind of ads. You can choose if it's the bottom thing. You can choose if it's on the side. You can choose if you want like skippable or non-skippable ads. But typically people just want all of the money, so they just go all ads, just because they want all of the ads on the YouTube video.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, if you were making a video that people are going to sleep to, if an ad
Yeah,
came up halfway through the night.
I'm gonna put mid rolls on the music you sleep to, like that. You just wake up to Nissan now, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom. Like, what's going on? I was sleeping.
yeah, yeah. No, that happened last night. I was like searching through YouTube, and I was just I was on my phone. My partner was asleep, and I usually just like you know when you're on your phone, you just leave it on a video without actually clicking on it. It'll just come up with all the subtitles, and I'm just
Yeah,
going through that, and then I accidentally clicked it because I had my alarm on. The volume was at full max, so it's just loud accident. But yeah, no, to give you a fright. But no, I want to thank you anyway, man, for jumping on here today. You've given me some insight into what my next step should be in
of
terms of
course. I'm
yeah,
glad I could help.
yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Did you want to do any plugs, man? For you've obviously you've got your YouTube channel, which is Jaian Music.
Yeah,
Um,
and yeah, I can take it from there. I want to. I know like this is my time to plug myself, but I just want to reiterate GoPro Kyo, GoPro GoPro Kyo, like GoPro, but the word Kyo at the end, like the camera. Go check him out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. He's available for art commissions and he's super talented. Go check the guy out. He's super great for like any artwork. He does so much great stuff that I need to plug him before myself. And then for myself, yeah, I'm at Jaian Music everywhere. Jaian Music. I'm on Patreon. I'm on Discord. If you go on my YouTube channel or my website, jaianmusic.com, you'll find all of my links. I'm sure there's going to be some in the description of this podcast. So yeah, just Jaian Music, Jaian Music. That's me.
awesome. How do I spell GoPro Kyo?
Pardon me?
How do I spell it again? GoPro Kyo. It's obviously
Oh
GoPro.
yeah, GoProkyo. That's GoPro Kyo. Like the guy is super talented. He does like all of literally the banner, the profile picture, everything that's like Giant Music. He does it. He does like album covers. He does great animations. The guy's so talented. So like for artwork and anything you need, like definitely. And he's like he makes his rates like ridiculously like affordable. And I sometimes I ask him, I'm like, dude, you know you could make way more. He's like, yeah, but you know it's fair pricing. I'm like, you're just too kind. So yeah. Keo, definitely check him out. Like, if you need seriously for your podcast right now, dude, if you need some sort of artwork, like hit him up. Like, he could do some beautiful stuff for you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Look, I've just searched him up, so I'll check him out. I'm
Yeah,
sure, and if anybody mentions to me they need some artwork or something done, and they're
go
looking,
for Keo.
oh, I
Yeah,
can definitely point them in the right direction. No, that's awesome. So, thanks very much for
for sure.
jumping on today, man. I really, really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks very much.
All right. Bye, guys.
Catch you.